Hey everyone, this is Hero Talk, where Chris likes to lay fire. So we talk about all things heroes, from the movies to some comics and the TV shows. My name is Trey Mitchell, and I'm joined here by my two co-hosts that have been on every show except for one, because Josh saw Batman v Superman before us. Speaking of Josh, how you doing today?
Hey, what's up? I'm good.
And Chris?
Like you say, I like to lay fire, so it's lit.
Oh, all right.
I know you hate that, but you know what, man? You had to mention I laid fire, so I got to make sure you know what's lit.
You've been banned from every chat I'm in. But, all right, so we're just going to top the show off by talking some hero news. So, if you guys saw Batman v Superman, you know that a certain fish-loving, trident-wielding, long-haired guy is in the movie, and I'm speaking of the Flash. Aquaman. So, speaking of Aquaman, James Wan, the director of the film, talked about it. So, while attending WonderCon this past weekend, Wan stated as much. I messed up this already, but basically, he was talking about Aquaman, and then he said, "I think that, like most people, we are familiar with Aquaman. We grew up reading or watching the character on the peripheral. I was never that much in depth with Aquaman as, let's say, I was with X-Men, but I grew up loving X-Men, Spider-Man, and Batman. So those are obviously the big key ones, but there's always something cool about Aquaman. The idea of creating a huge world that is on our planet. That's the thing about Aquaman that's cool, is that he's not an alien, right? He's from our planet, and he's from a society that we're not privy to in the context of the story. Isn't it crazy to think that we've explored space more than we've explored the depths of the ocean? That just fires up my imagination about potential sea monsters and cool creatures, that kind of stuff. So, Chris, hearing this, does this pump you up any more for Aquaman?
Oh, most definitely, man. I was like at an all right hype level for this, especially after seeing him in Batman vs Superman. Mm-hmm. But I like what he's saying here. You know, he's right. We explore space and then the new frontier more than we explore under the ocean. I mean, how many movies do you know that explore under the ocean? Like, the first one that comes to mind is the Disney Atlantis movie, but that's it. So if this one, with Aquaman, there's so much to it, like with underwater, and then James Wan mentions the sea monsters thing. So I'd really like to see where this would be going.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. I mean, he mentioned a great point that we've explored space more than we've explored the depths of the ocean. And that's a really cool factor that I think they're going in, because, slight spoiler for Batman v Superman, but Aquaman's little cameo in that movie was very underwhelming, sort of. It would have been really cool if he did something more with, like, a sea creature, and I'm looking forward to what he can do. So, Josh, you loving everything DC, from Batman v Superman to Batman and Robin. What do you think about this?
Do you think I'm going to love this, or do you think I'm going to hate this?
I think you're going to hate this.
I love it.
Ah!
It's great.
It's been an awakening.
It's
Have you
something
felt
DC.
it?
Of course I love it. And so, I love James Wan. I love when he talks. I love when he knows how to talk. And I think I can't wait for the Aquaman movie. When James Wan was announced to be directing, I instantly got more excited for Aquaman than almost anything else, except for Justice
I'm really
League.
excited for it, too.
I can't wait for this, and I can't wait to finally explore, like, this is a character we've never seen on the big screen, and this is a character that a lot of people don't know. I don't know Aquaman as much as I know, like, let's say, like, even someone like Iron Man, I guess, like, because he's had a movie. We haven't had an Aquaman movie, and I can't wait to explore, like, Atlantis or something. That's going to be really awesome.
Yeah.
And for the people that do know who Aquaman is, it's either positively through, like, when they seen him in Injustice, where he was, kind of cool, like an overpowered character, or they know him as how Super Friends or that Family Guy bits interpret him as the green tights, orange long sleeve wearing, I can't leave the water to do anything useful guy. So, I'm hoping this shuts a lot of people up, man. Just, gives praise more, because Aquaman hasn't had a good rep for a while, unless it was Injustice or what's been going on with Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, and
Injustice made me like Aquaman. That was the first big thing where I was like, all right, I love Aquaman.
I really enjoyed the.
I had a new appreciation for him, because, like, the only thing I had seen him in other than that was the New 52 comic, where he's Justice League.
I really liked that one.
Yeah, right, where he comes out with the freaking shark that takes down that whole alien something. He took something where it took like 100 aliens out or something.
Did you read the solo Aquaman story from the New 52?
I have not.
It's really good. It's really good. It's on like YouTube and stuff if you want to check it out. That's how I read it.
Nah,
But-
man, I only stick the paperback, man.
All right. Well, speaking of sort of James Wan, this is not a hero related topic, but did you guys see the trailer for The Conjuring 2, which is directed by James Wan?
I did, man. That still freaks me out a little bit in the theater, man.
That nun looks like Electro. I swear.
It's the eyes.
In the face. Josh, did you get a chance to see that trailer?
No, I don't like seeing horror movie trailers. I just like going into horror movies. I
Interesting.
really like watching horror movie trailers.
There's another movie that James Wan's producing called like Lights Off or something, or Lights Out, that looks really, really scary too. But
That's cool.
Yeah, I saw that trailer, man. It reminds me of that Alan Wake game, man. I really want to see that one.
that one looks creepy. It's from the chick from that really awful rom-com, or the whatever it's called. I don't even know. With the guy who played Superman from Smallville.
Tom Welling.
Yeah, Tom Welling was in. I don't know. That was our off-topic.
Smallville's coming to Hulu.
I know. Yeah.
So excited.
And breaking news, I'm getting a Hulu account just for this.
I have Hulu. Well, my uncle's girlfriend has Hulu, so.
I use my cousin's Hulu, so.
Yeah. So speaking of James Wan, so when he was asked about Aquaman, he said that it's gonna be a fun Aquaman, and it's gonna be a different tone than Batman v Superman. And you know, a lot of people's biggest criticism of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is that it's really not any fun. So asked by IGN at WonderCon this weekend whether Aquaman will be taking a similarly dark approach, the Conjuring director James Wan replied, "The kind of filmmaker that I am, even my dark horror films generally are still very fun, and I think it's important to me in the kind of films that I make." Now, he obviously wouldn't give too much away about the plot, but it sounds like the movie will follow the New 52 by addressing the fact that the hero has often been perceived as something as a joke. So he said that, quote, "Aquaman is a character that a lot of people have made fun of over the years, and I just think it's fun to actually show a really different, cool, badass side of a character, but at the same time, let's not forget how to have fun." So I think this is definitely what we want to see from a DC movie, honestly, because I thought Batman v Superman could have done better if it was taken a little lighter, or just have a few more jokes in it, but I'm really excited that Aquaman, you know, what I got from this is that it's going to have a dark underlying tone, but it's going to be a fun film. So, Josh, you know, you heard the first thing we talked about where he said that he wants to put in some awesome creatures and everything. Does this make you even more hyped than you previously were? And what are your thoughts on the fun tone that Aquaman might be getting?
Oh, this makes me even more excited because all these DC movies have to have a different tone. They shouldn't be exactly... They should all feel kind of, I guess, dark, but not like... They shouldn't all feel like Man of Steel did or Batman v Superman. They should all feel like a different movie. Like one thing I could give Marvel like credit for is every movie tone is different. Like Ant-Man's a heist movie. Winter Soldier's a political thriller. It's just like, that's what I mean. And I think these DC movies should do the same thing. And I love that Aquaman's going to have more fun tone. And I think it should. I think hopefully Black Manta is the villain in Aquaman.
I think that's a really good possibility.
I think it most likely will happen because he's the only really well-known Aquaman villain.
I saw on Twitter this page called Superhero Movie Bros or something like that. Pretty cool page, but they recommended Denzel Washington to play Black Manta, so that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Geez, wonder why.
What?
I wonder why. Yeah, Josh knows what I mean.
Chris, you just took like a racist, like...
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, like Denzel gets typecasted as so much for this. Like I remember, I mean, he was typecasted for Lucius Fox. He's obviously
casting, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, you know, like it's like it's not about a race thing. It's just like a typecasting. Like people are just like, Bryan Cranston was bald. Let's make him Lex Luthor. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they didn't.
It's not typecasting. It's not about race. It's just like they'll see them and then be like just like that. Like, you know, surprises.
I see that.
All right. Well, going back to this topic from James Wan, what do you think, Chris?
See, about the whole different tone thing. I mean, I know that they're saying that all the DC movies have the same tone, but I mean, we've only had Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman in like this like sole universe. So I mean, I don't think we should be worrying too much about all the DC films being dark and all that stuff yet. But with because all the Marvel movies have the different takes, but they all do a comedical element in some way. So I like this. So I'm cool. It's cool to see that Aquaman well, looks like it'll be the first one to have like the real comedical element, I guess. Like, because I can already see like
he didn't
what?
say comedic. He said it's gonna be more fun. So those are two separate things.
I know, but I mean like a dark comedic sort of way, because like I already have this image in my head of where Aquaman is has like a few guys next to him, and the next thing you know, here comes a big shark, and then it's just like then his guys start running away or something like that, and the next thing you know, shark just comes out and just eats him right in front of everybody. And then it just makes you like the way it'll be presented. It'll make like some people laugh like a dark humor sort of way, and then just I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I would like to see if they make it like you get what I mean.
Yeah,
I think Aquaman will. I don't know if this is a very good comparison, but I think Aquaman will kind of feel a lot like Thor. I don't really know why I think that, but I do.
Because they both take place in like big cities like Atlantis or Asgard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Aquaman will actually be good.
You didn't
That's the difference.
You didn't like the first Thor film?
Oh man, I didn't like that one. I didn't like the second one, man. Like Batman and Robin is better than the second Thor, man. I'm sorry.
I thought Thor was the best lead up Avengers movie.
But that's all it was. All it was a lead up. Like
no, but I didn't like any of the. I think Thor is not a good movie, but that's how bad I thought the Avengers. That's how bad I thought Marvel did before Avengers 1.
Still like the other ones.
I just didn't like any of the movies before the first Avengers. So
Iron Man was good. Iron Man 2, I was a little iffy on. Thor, no. I'm probably the only person who supports the first Avenger.
Still didn't hear a good one.
Anyways, so moving on from this Aquaman chatter. So if you guys didn't know, the way that DC Comics is presenting themselves, they're ending their new 52 runs, which is the current universe that they're in right now, and they're kind of restarting, and they're naming their new line of comics called Rebirth. And in this Rebirth comic series, whatever you call it, it is rumored that the Joker's true name will be revealed, and we got a little picture from what I'm assuming is an issue of Batman, Detective Comics, and Batman finds out what the Joker's real name is, and then he says, "quote No, that's not possible." So I'm not sure if this is connected to the DCU, because I was chatting on Twitter with some people last night, and they were acting as if Jared Leto's Joker, we were gonna get his name too. But just assuming that this DC Rebirth Joker is only in the DC Rebirth, let's just talk about who you think he could be, because his identity is going to be revealed.
Is this DC Rebirth? Is it connected New 52, or is it?
No, it's new.
So it's like this is the first issue of like Batman or something.
I don't know if it's the first issue, but it was on the website I checked out. So comicbookmovie.com.
I don't understand how comics are these days. I just think there's so many of them, so many different series. Like what's part of the same universe? I just don't get it. So
yeah, I got you.
So I guess it could be anyone, because the comics do anything. Like they're like all that's gonna happen is they're just gonna reboot it again. So who cares what they do? I'm going to guess Commissioner Gordon at this point, because they're just going to reboot it again.
All right, Chris, do you have anything positive to say?
I said something negative about DC.
Yeah, don't worry. Today's a bit of a negative news day anyway, man. We're still in wake of hearing all the negative reviews of Batman vs. Superman, so our hatred's kind of getting to the point right now. So, Josh, I'm with you. So, with DC Rebirth revealing Joker's name, I'm not hyped for it, but at the same time, I'm interested. Like,
yeah, I'm interested to see this.
Yeah, like the picture that it's showing, it's like, that's not possible. So it's obvious that Batman knows who this is. Now, would it be? In DC, did what they're doing, like with their new comics, they're full of tricks. Like with the Court of Owls run they did. We find out that spoiler, Bruce Wayne had a brother, man. that was a really freaking interesting take, because because they hadn't done that before in any other comics before. That was Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, however the hell you say his name. I know he's announced it before. But that was like their little run.
But now it's rebooted, so he never had.
Yeah, I'm saying, but there's some good things that come from a reboot. You mean we get new characters, or we can get a new take on something, like the Mr. Freeze one on the New 52. Like instead of him trying to save his wife, it's like Nora that wasn't even married to him. He's just a freaking crazed, psychotic, freaking scientist wanting to save this random chick. It gets a little weird, but I'm interested to see where this goes. I wouldn't be surprised if James Gordon had a son that was like had the Bruce Wayne's brother effect, where it's like they said he died, but then he didn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is there's that Joker being Batgirl's brother wouldn't surprise me. Is what I'm saying.
That's a really good idea. I haven't heard.
That's probably gonna happen.
I think. We've heard a lot about Jason Todd. I think if they want to do that Jason Todd is Joker.
Oh my God! What if they do make Joker Jason Todd in this? I haven't even thought of that.
I really, because if you look at the way Batman responds to this, he says that's not possible, as if there's no possible way. So I don't know. I think that Jared Leto is not Jason Todd. That's not going to happen.
No.
But I think it'd be really cool if they did make this Jason Todd, so the fans can stop bitching. Sorry about my language. Can stop bitching about what it would be like and actually see it for itself, and then judge, like maybe change their opinions on what they want from like a future film. But
if fans want to stop bitching about it, then they got to start trying and get into DC. Start trying to be a part of that writing team, man. If you try,
didn't they just reboot New 52? Like
that's what Rebirth is doing. I thought.
No, before Rebirth.
The New 52 started in like 2010.
No, I know, but didn't they like reboot it in like a year ago or a few months?
They rebooted like the Deathstroke comic, the Suicide Squad comic, and I believe the Teen Titans comic, but that's about it.
Okay, because I would love to get into comics. It's just I have no idea where to start now. Like,
well, and I think
you got to just start with the Batman issues, man. The Batman New 52s are great.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I've read that. I've read certain issues. Like I've read certain things, but I'm saying like with like Rebirth, like what's canon, what's part of the same
Josh, with Rebirth, it's going to be really easy to tell what's in part of Rebirth. So if you want to get started with this, I think it's going to be easier for you.
You think Rebirth, like, we're going to, like...
they're going to have an issue 1 of everything, so it's going to be easy that way. And it's going to say Rebirth on the title, so...
And remember, kids, buy 2 copies, 1 for reading and then 1 to store in stores, because that's going to be worth a lot of moolah in 20 years, all right?
I don't think it will be, but...
if it has a 1 on the comic, it's going to be worth something, okay? Just trust me.
But, like, I wish, like, just off topic, they should have, like, someone should just have a
canon,
website.
Like a comic canon.
There should be some website that just organizes what comics come out where, or, like, what's in the same universe, or how this series connects to this. I don't know.
Like an IMDb for comics?
Yeah, kind of. It's just
Josh just thought of $1 million idea, guys.
Oh, jeez, man! We have to edit some of this so we can get this not in the show. So
yeah, I'm pretty lazy, but so I'm
guessing my Denzel thing is gonna stay in there then. Okay.
Yep.
I love you, Denzel.
Everything stays, even when you tell me to pause it, because that doesn't help at all.
I know. I saw the freaking review. I saw the Batman vs Superman review. I saw that.
You should just DM me on Twitter to pause it. But
Whatever,
anyways,
man.
so what do you guys think of the DC Rebirth? You guys looking forward to it? You guys thinking like Josh, like, oh my gosh, it's just, too much. It's like old people with technology. It just keeps getting more complicated. They don't know what's going on.
I am an old person stuck in a kid's body.
Josh is like, I don't know if you guys have seen Insidious 2, but there's like an old guy in it that is Josh. But now we're gonna talk. Now we're gonna talk about some more DC. We have a Marvel news at the end. Just not a lot of Marvel news right now. They're part of Disney. They like to keep things under wraps. So, director of Batman v Superman Zack Snyder revealed what producer Christopher Nolan's role was on. Spoiler for Batman v Superman right here. So I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. You have been warned. You ready? Okay. So Zack Snyder revealed Christopher Nolan's role on the death of Superman in BVS. So he said that, quote, "It was pretty early, and Christopher Nolan and I had a long conversation about it. A really great sort of philosophical conversation about it. He was really cool because he played an amazing devil's advocate about why not to do it. And then in the end was like, no, you're right. it's better to do it. So Nolan was initially skeptical of the idea, but what about Warner Bros? The idea was like, or sorry, the studio was like, quote, what? And I'm like, oh yeah, but how about I call the movie Dawn of Justice? And they're like, oh, okay, I like what you're doing. I see what you're doing. So, kind of, I don't even know what to think about this, because I kind of wish it wasn't Dawn of Justice and it was just BVS, so we can blame Snyder for that. But Christopher Nolan had some input on the death of Superman. Chris, what are your thoughts on Chris Nolan killing Superman?
I thought this. So Chris, sorry, I'm reading this right now. So was it whose idea was it originally to kill him? Was it Nolan's or Snyder's? See,
Snyder.
Snyder came with it first.
Yeah.
See, that's interesting because I remember a long time ago reading about it, Man of Steel, how originally when they're sending all the Kryptonians back to the Phantom Zone, they're going to take everybody in and Zod and end the movie right there. And but then Snyder's like, hold on, what if we have Zod stay behind because he didn't get sucked in, and then him and Superman fight it out, and then Zod gets killed. And I remember there was some tension between Nolan and Snyder where Nolan didn't really want that to happen, but eventually it happened. So I like how I like seeing this again. It reminds me of that. So with seeing how Snyder is the I think you'll enjoy this, Josh. He's kind of the George R.R. Martin of this, just killing a beloved character. But what?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but so I like to see Snyder being Lex Luthor here pulling the strings. So I like seeing this, and there's gonna be obviously disagreements with it and all, but that's I'm all right with this. I'd like to see that two creative minds disagreeing over something, but then overall seeing what it was in the end, and I liked it.
Do you know what I just found out?
Light the fire, Josh.
Just off topic, you know the actress that plays Silk Spectre in Watchmen?
Yes, Malin Acker. Oh, wait, which one? Malin Ackerman, the younger one, or Carla Gugino?
Carla, whatever the last name was.
Yeah.
She's the voice of the ship that Lex is talking to, and
yeah, we were gonna cover this in that other news, but then we were like, that's not really newsworthy.
Oh,
because she was in Man of Steel too. She was the little floating thing in Man of Steel.
Oh, really? I just found that out.
And also another Watchmen cameo. I know off topic, but Patrick Wilson, who played Night Owl, was the president.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
That's cool.
So if you think about it, we had 3 Watchmen cameos. That was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Josh, what's your take on this?
Here, let me think about it. You go first. I'm kind of on this Watchmen thing. I just heard about it.
You had one job, but okay. So Zach's. What the heck? My iPad just went crazy. So I think that it's interesting that Christopher Nolan didn't want it and then changed his mind. I mean, I wonder if that's exactly how it went, or if that's just how Snyder wanted it to go, or something like that. But I think definitely, when I was sitting down watching BVS, one of the coolest parts was during the intro was seeing producer Christopher Nolan's name. That was really cool. I'm really happy that happened. But yeah, I think it's cool, but I don't think it's that big of a news. Snyder wanted if Snyder wanted it to happen, and if whatever Nolan said, Snyder still would have done it if he felt really passionate about it. So,
Yeah, I agree.
I thought I read a long time ago that Nolan was going to have nothing to do with this movie, too. But,
I read that, too.
Yeah, but then I see executive produced by him, and then Emma Thomas, the woman who produces pretty much all of the Nolan movies. And I'm like, oh, okay, they were in this. Was this like a revealed later on? I didn't hear about it, or was this?
Well,
like
I knew they were
secret?
executive. I knew Nolan was executive producing it, but he produced Man of Steel. He only executive this one.
Yeah, I remember he produced Man of Steel, but executive producer still gets a say in the movie. It doesn't matter who's directing it. Executive producer and then the studio can still get a say no matter what.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying like
executive's not as influential.
Yeah, not as
exactly. But they're still in the room where they can still say some word.
Yeah.
Josh?
I mean, it's not that big. Like this whole Zack Snyder would have done it if he thought it was important. Like if it was big enough, he would have done it. But it seems like Zack Snyder has too much control. Is the only thing.
I agree. Yeah.
He went to the studio and said, "Let me call it Dawn of Justice." They're like, "Okay, I see what you did. Do it."
But
okay.
that's a good thing though, because then it's like, okay, he's teasing Justice League hard with that title.
No,
man.
I like the Dawn of Justice thing, but I'm just using the example that it's like he has too much control.
I like that. I mean, this is a guy who knows his comics, man. I prefer the director
I mean,
have
I
like
like
the full
Snyder.
control, especially this guy. I mean, he knows what the hell he's doing. I mean, obviously, studio and him get to talk about what scenes get deleted and all, but you know.
I mean, I love Snyder, and I'm one of the biggest advocates for him staying on Justice League and all that stuff. But the thing is, it's just I don't know. I just don't think he should have as much control as it seems like he does there.
Chris, I have the paused it, but
You suck.
but there was a deleted scene from Batman v Superman that the official Warner Brothers YouTube page posted on their channel, and basically what happened, I don't really know how to explain it. Chris, do you know how to explain it?
The deleted scene, I sort of do, and I sort of don't. You want me to just start laying fire?
Yeah.
Okay, so the deleted scene, it was just came out yesterday or 2 days ago, something crazy, like the weekend of Batman vs Superman opening release, and the scene comes out, and it's the SWAT team coming in to take Lex down in the ship. And, like they said in the newspaper when Lex got, taken in. And the SWAT team comes in. You see Lex just in that little pool of blood, which I think was this scene in general was the reason why Batman vs. Superman is going to get the rated R edition for Blu-ray. But we open the scene, walking in. You see the Lex is in that pool of blood. And you see him talking to this big silver guy with some weird stuff like with the same particles that made that cyborg suit, and you're just like, what the hell? And I talked to a few people about this, and they're saying that from the looks of it, it's one of the lieutenants of the Planet Apocalypse, and we all know the Planet Apocalypse is where Darkseid is from. And this is the part, and this is we hear Lex say he's coming when. And I know there's going to be some dirty jokes coming in right now, so I'll give you a second to think about them. But we hear Lex say, he's coming, and everyone's saying it's Darkseid because, he even, that Kryptonian ship was giving him data. Wasn't a whole lot of scenes about that data going to him, but you know what? This is a scene that got taken from the movie. I'm guessing this is where some of the data comes in, so... Darkseid. It looks like Darkseid is really coming, man. This is what it looks like right here. I mean, some comic fans know who this is, but I don't know a whole lot about who this was. But obviously, Snyder and everyone behind it knew who this was. So it looks like Darkseid is definitely happening for Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Darkseid's definitely gonna happen.
I mean, did you guys know anything about the guy he was talking to, or
Ding ding
who was...
ding 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 ding.
In the clip, do you think he was talking to the guy?
I think it was talking to him. I think the thing that we saw with the mother boxes was communicating, hence the title Communion, with Lex Luthor. Like that was how he knew, spoilers.
You know what? I just realized that thing.
Wait. Make sure. Okay, guys, slight spoilers for BVS may be coming.
Yeah, I just remember. No, this is actually more of a throwback to Man of Steel.
Okay, just trying to make sure.
Like that silver stuff. I think that was just like the archives of what the Kryptonians were feeding. Because remember that silver. That's what you're gonna say. Yeah, because remember all that silver stuff. It builds up the it's pretty much like the building blocks or whatever for most of the Kryptonian stuff. So I think that was just the archive, feeding him stuff.
Yeah, I think they were just telling him information. He was learning stuff. I don't think this was something coming to him. I don't think anything was talking to him. I think it was the when he says teach me, I think it was the computer talking to him, and this was just them telling him more information.
Why do you think they posted it on their YouTube channel?
I don't know.
It seems really random.
It might have been leaked.
It's pretty weird.
Or you never know, man. It could be something where Zach and someone else pulled a Reynolds and just leaked it just right out of the blue, just here, let's just put this out, screw it.
I saw someone on Twitter, it was Superhero Movie Bros again, said that it'd be really cool if in a month Warner Brothers released the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman in the theater. I think that would be awesome. Just throwing.
Oh, I'd go see it, man. I'd be there.
Just throwing. Oh, I'd pay like $50 to go see that. But
Oh, I hope that happens, but I don't think it will.
me neither. But how cool would that be?
I mean,
It might.
should.
If it happened, it'll be select theaters.
Oh, I'd travel to California. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, I would try to find the closest. I mean, I know one theater that would most likely have it. But wondering real quick, can you guys hear the thunder outside?
No.
Do you need Josh? Do you need a thunder buddy or something?
No, but it's
When you're feeling scared of thunder,
I just don't want power to go out. I just don't want power to go out here. So if I leave like suddenly, power went out.
Josh was struck by a lightning from Thor's hammer. So
we were talking about Thor and Vane.
All right. So
We were. So if anything, Josh has it coming.
Mm-hmm. I must have made a joke.
Maybe me too, but there's no thunderstorm right now, so I'm safe for now.
So the last piece of news that we're going to talk about today, I think it's our last piece of news, is that Gambit was pushed due to rewrites. So the Hollywood Reporter has learned that the production on the film has been delayed due to rewrites, and director Doug Liman has reportedly in negotiations to direct a separate movie. Does anyone care? No. Any thoughts?
Nope.
No surprise.
Alrighty then. So that was our little nugget of the day, and now we're going to get into sort of trailer reviews, episode reviews. So if you have not seen Lego Batman trailers, The Flash, this week's Flash, Gotham, the Supergirl episode, or Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, you guys can leave now. Thanks for being here. But now we're going to just give our general thoughts on the two Lego Batman trailers. So, Josh, I know you really like the Lego movie, right?
Oh yeah.
So you saw these two trailers, and I'm pretty sure, at least the way it worked for me, is that Warner Brothers released a Lego Batman trailer online on last Thursday, and then I went and saw Batman v Superman, and they dropped another one at the movie, which is kind of unheard of, and then released that one online like yesterday. Is that what happened to you?
Okay.
I was happy. It was cool.
Oh, it was great. The first trailer is so fun. It's so funny, but the second one is even better. Like when we were in theaters, he's like, "I'm so awesome. I get a second trailer," and then they go through all of the Batman.
Oh yeah, he was like,
he had that weird phase in 1966.
Yeah, he was like, Alfred was like, "So I've seen you go through similar phases in 2016, 2012, 2008, 2005, 1999, and then it showed like the bat nipples for that one.
Yeah,
and then in a very awkward or in a very weird stage in 1966, and it shows him Batman dancing. That was just great. Sorry, did I interrupt you?
It was really funny. They did a great job with that.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Lego Batman. I'm so excited.
February of next year.
What?
It comes out February 2017.
Oh, that's 11 months from now, man. Jeez.
I know. I still haven't seen the Lego movie.
You haven't seen the Lego movie?
No.
What's wrong with you?
What are you doing? Close out the podcast. Go watch Lego movie.
Get out of here, man. We'll see you guys next week. What is wrong with you?
And we're back. Just kidding.
No, really. Go watch the Lego movie.
I will. I'll watch it.
The Lego movie is a freaking masterpiece, man.
That movie, I don't think it's like the best animated movie ever made or anything.
Oh, no, it is. It is.
But it's so funny. It's great. Like
back to Lego Batman. Chris, thoughts on it?
Batman's so funny in Lego movie.
Oh, I'll watch it tonight. Gosh.
And do you know that's the first time the Justice League was on screen together? Not Batman versus Superman, the Lego movie.
Well, was the whole Justice League there?
Well,
spoilers.
And Green Lantern and
can
we please
Flash.
get back to the Lego Batman trailer?
They weren't all in one shot, but all right, I'll go with Josh.
But yeah, they're still.
Anyway, okay. I love these freaking trailers, man. I remember the first one came out the day before Batman vs Superman came out. If I had known I was going to see Batman vs Superman the next day, I would have been like, oh, I'm not going to watch this trailer. But I watched it on my phone, and it's freaking hilarious, man. I heard about this movie happening. I knew we had Zach Galifianakis and Michael Cera on board with it, and then you're bringing back Will Arnett. And it's an interesting casting, really. I don't know about Zach Galifianakis as Joker.
I think that's perfect.
I love Michael Cera as Robin. That's gonna be so funny.
You can just hear Zach Galifianakis doing his laugh from The Hangover as the Joker, where he's like like I can't do it, but like where he doesn't make any sound except for like a very high pitched squeal, Imagine
Yeah,
if that was. Imagine if that was.
Oh
the
my god, I
Joker.
can't wait.
Like,
That's probably gonna happen. It's gonna be great.
I'm so excited for this. Holy crap!
Oh yeah, and going on with this, I saw the trailer. I liked it. I loved it. And then we got that surprise second trailer on like a Sunday or a Saturday or
It was
something crazy.
yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Or 2 days ago.
I could
But
have.
I
I
saw
could
it.
have sworn it was Sunday.
I think it was Sunday.
I saw it at the movie, but yeah, I think it was Sunday actually.
All right.
Well, yeah,
So
yes. No, at the movie theater. I mean,
so yeah, Sunday comes along, and then I'm watching this trailer, the second trailer, and Batman's looking at the picture of his parents. He's like, talking to them, and Alfred comes out, and he's like, "Hey, you've had similar stages to
I say the
back
city
in
again.
2016, 2012." They're giving the whole timeline. I'm like, he's saying all the times the Batman movies came out. This is awesome. They're paying homage, man. I loved it.
And they made fun of they made fun of themselves too.
Oh yeah, that
is
was
cool.
great. I like how. I'm glad that they put from the studio that brought you Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman. Like they're putting all the
but
Batman
that was the
movies.
first trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first trailer, and then I mean you can notice it starts going the pacing of the movies coming up goes faster when it puts up Batman Forever. But then it's funny because you have a moment of letdown. It's like, oh, from Batman and Robin, then it says Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, Batman v Superman. I'm like, all right. And then it pauses, and then it pops up, and the Lego Movie. Then you're like, no way.
See, and before BVS came out, we got that Jimmy Kimmel skit where they're doing like the scene with Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, and
Oh my god, that was
and
a
then
great skit.
Will Arnett comes in it and he's like, "I'm Batman." You're what? I'm Lego Batman, and then he like walks away and he's like, "We're still vital." Like, that's hilarious.
They got a good. Will Arnett is great, man. I love him in Lego Movie. I love him in freaking BoJack Horseman, man. Like I love Will Arnett's
Oh,
work.
he's so
man.
good in BoJack.
I love BoJack, man. I gotta watch that new Netflix show he's on, Flaked. I don't know much about it, but
Yep.
the
I'll-
advertisement wasn't
I'll
great
be
for
honest.
that. But I want to see it.
I'll be honest. This is probably
Yeah,
the second trailer for this movie is probably my favorite trailer of the year so far.
Yeah, I might agree with that. I don't know
It's gonna move up when the Rogue One trailer comes out.
Suicide Squad's second trailer was my favorite. Like that's one of my favorite trailers ever. So this is my second.
Yeah, I think
and the
it's
Civil
better.
War trailer. Damn it! This
Oh,
my,
yeah.
Wait, you can't forget about the Ghostbusters trailer though, Trey.
I moaned in the theater when I saw that. Like there was this
Yeah,
guy.
I did too.
There was this guy sitting next to me wearing a Daredevil shirt, and like he and I both clapped when the Suicide Squad trailer came on, and then we get 30 years ago, and I'm like, ugh. Like this we're not going to talk about this for long, but the end scene in the trailer when they're fighting the ghost in the city, the CGI is awful. It's so freaking bad.
It's
Like,
gonna be awful.
I hate,
I'm
and
not talking crap
sexist
about.
either.
I'm not
I don't-
talking crap about the movie. I'm just saying the trailers don't get you very hyped.
I don't
know what I
like
mean?
any of those actors except for Christian Wiig.
No, but I was really excited for the movie. I was more excited for the movie before I saw the trailer. I was really excited for the movie,
Yeah.
but
So-
when I saw the trailer, I'm not excited.
Coming back to the Lego Batman trailers, I think we're all in unison. It's awesome. It's really cool to see the funny side of Batman, which we don't get ever.
Except for the Lego
Unless-
movie, Trey.
unless there's
Except for
Batman.
the Lego movie, Trey.
Well, I'm saying this version of Batman. We don't get any other versions that are funny. So that's really cool. So next, Chris has only seen about 4 episodes of Daredevil. I don't know what he's been doing for 2 weeks. but-
I watch 4. Dude, I have a weird TV schedule. If I watch so many TV episodes in one day, I'm just lost. And I just watched, like, for season 1, I'd be watching 1 episode a day so I could fit it before season 2 came out. But then season 2 comes out, I watched 4 episodes in the 24 hours that it was on the day it came out, and I've just been just out of it after that. Like, I know you guys saw my Snapchat story, man. 12:01, you saw me putting up the story where I was watching the freaking first episode of season 2. So, but the 4 episodes I did watch so far, man. I know you hate me, and you're gonna say when I say this, Trey, but it was lit.
Yeah.
Please don't spoil anything.
No, it won't. It's great. It's amazing. It's better than season 1. Finish it right now. If you finish
Episode
that,
3 is the best episode. Let's just say that.
Chris,
Which one?
Chris,
Episode 3 of the of
Yeah,
season
because
2.
yeah, dude, that freaking hallway fight scene was freaking amazing, man. Like,
No,
everyone was.
of season 2.
Yeah, no, that one was season 2 was great. Everyone was hyping up the hallway scene of season 1. I'm like, all right, it's a continuous shot, and he's fighting them. Okay, but then there's this one.
There's a scene later with the Punisher that's
Oh,
even better.
it's so good.
That's
Oh,
even
man.
better than all of the fight scenes in the show.
I can't
I
wait.
agree, Josh. I know what you're talking about.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. I'm gonna remember episode 9 then.
So Josh and I are just gonna give our overall review of Daredevil. I don't think we've done this yet, but our overall review of Daredevil season 2. I'm sure next week we'll go into spoilers. Maybe Chris is on episode 5 by next week if we're lucky. But Josh, you saw this. I know you put a review up on your channel, but what did you think about Daredevil season 2? Just general thoughts before we get into anything specific next week.
I think season 2 is amazing. I think it's the best. I think it's better than season 1. I love season 2. I wasn't a giant fan of season 1. I thought it was really good, but I didn't think it was or anything. But I thought my biggest problem with season 1 was all the law stuff was so boring. And I thought season 2 actually made it interesting. Like there's something cover your ears, Chris. I'm not going to say it. Just kind of like really quick, just cover your ears. So there's a trial with the Punisher. That whole stuff is phenomenal. It's so
Somebody
good.
message me on Twitter, see if I can come back now. I'm not putting these earphones on until the spoilers are gone.
Alright, it's done, Chris.
Alright, Chris is dead. The Punisher just killed him.
Alright.
But yeah, so Josh, keep talking if you want.
It's great. That whole stuff, the trial stuff is amazing. All the law stuff this season is great. Yeah, loved it.
I agree. And that episode 9 thing that Josh and I were talking about, Josh, did you notice that the Punisher had the skull on his chest, but it was in blood?
Yeah.
That was dope. And then the surprise cameo from a character in season 1 was great. He or she was utilized very well. But yeah, overall, great. I mean, this was awesome. I found myself when I was watching the Daredevil parts, though. I found myself wanting it to go back to the Punisher.
Me too.
Because Jon Bernthal, man,
he kills it. Jon Bernthal is such a great actor. He's one of those actors where Walking Dead, he was phenomenal in Walking Dead. He was my favorite character. And when they killed him off in the show is when the show went downhill, in my opinion. So, like, now I think it's shit. But I thought the show went downhill from then.
The Walking shit.
Josh, do you agree with me? When I've said this statement a lot of times, but everyone just disagrees with me. But I think you'll agree with me. Do you think that the show would be like 100 times more interesting if it was Shane that ended up shooting Rick instead of the other way around?
Yeah.
There'd be so much secrecy and everything, dude. It'd be amazing.
Oh my god, Walking Dead sucks. This show is it's awful, man.
It doesn't suck. Like I haven't watched this season because when I kept watching the show last season, it became more of a chore for me than like an actual enjoyment. So I didn't want to
It's Supergirl.
Season 4, 5, and 6 have sucked, and I'm probably gonna just quit the show eventually.
I just wasn't a big fan of 5. I want to see the Negan episode, but I'm gonna get this person died, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh well.
But what I was saying about Jon Bernthal.
Is that thunder?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Damn.
You hear that now? That's what's going on outside.
Damn, the Punisher's back.
Yeah, but Jon Bernthal he was amazing in Walking Dead, and he's been one of those characters where he's been one of those actors. I mean, where he pops up in in different movies like Wolf of Wall Street, Sicario.
He was in Wolf of Wall Street.
And
he was in Wolf of Wall Street, dude.
And you just want to keep seeing him. I want him to get a breakout role. He's always been one of those actors where I'm like, he needs this role where his career will just skyrocket. And I think Daredevil was that for him when he cast it. It's just so good.
The only thing this is awful, but the only thing I remember seeing Jon Bernthal in prior to this was that movie with Sylvester Stallone.
Grudge Match.
Yeah, that's all I remember seeing.
Dude, I love Grudge Match.
I liked it, but I mean,
pretty good.
If that's the only sample I've gotten from him,
yeah, that's bad. But
that's bad because I don't watch Walking Dead.
And Bernthal, he's one of those dudes where he'll be in some movies, but he's more of a TV guy, because not a lot of TV people get famous after they're off the show, except for with the exception of Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, but that's because that's freaking Breaking Bad, and like everyone pretty much watched it and knows who they are. George Clooney. Oh yeah, George Clooney for ER too.
Yeah.
That's a good throwback, man. Thanks for that.
Yeah, George Clooney's like the biggest example of TV gone to movies.
I think mostly Robert Rodriguez and From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
All right, so, yeah. So that's our Daredevil Season 2 overall review. I wanted to give a shout-out to my friend Carson. She wants me to listen to her radio show right now, but I can't because I'm listening to this, and I'm with you two freaks, but I'll be listening
Sorry,
later.
Carson. We got priority.
Chris, Carson is in Los Angeles. You guys should hang out.
Carson's in LA. Man, don't be telling me that. I don't need to be the prime suspect for anything, man. If something happens within the next few days, I'm gonna be the prime suspect. Thanks for that.
You freak. But that got weird. But yeah, so Daredevil Season 2, I think we all really enjoyed it. Okay, it's not lit, Chris. But so now we're gonna talk about the latest episode of The Flash trajectory. So basically, how I know if an episode is really good or not is when I go to review it on the show, if I remember it, it's a good episode. If I don't, it's not. And I don't remember this episode that well, so I don't think it's a very good episode. The antagonist was awful. Spoilers, by the way. What was the person's name? Scarlet Speedster? Was that it?
Jeez.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't remember, dude. She wasn't that good of a.
She was crap.
Of a villain.
She was straight crap.
But it was more of a
another
filler
cheap
episode,
thing I hated.
man.
But
What was the scene?
what?
No, Josh said, "Oh my God, did he actually hit that blackout?"
No, I'm here.
Aw,
Ah,
I wanted you to get hit.
What the
No,
hell?
I'm here.
All right. Well, anyways,
This isn't even worse. It's supposed to get worse in an hour.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Josh is gonna get lit by lightning.
Make sure it says it's lit on your grave, man. I will go to Florida personally to see that. Unless there's thunder, I'm fucking staying home.
Are you scared of thunder?
Man, dude, we don't get thunder in California, dude. This is not
It's gonna
common.
it's gonna be bad when you go to Disney this week. It's supposed to be thunderstorm.
Oh man, don't remind me. I know, and I'm gonna be outside most of the time. And man, I'm not even. We don't get thunder here. We barely even get freaking rain, dude.
When I went to Disney this weekend, it poured. Like it was like at the end of the day, it was
We were saying The Flash, right?
Mm-hmm.
sucked.
Yeah. This was more of a filler episode.
Yep.
This is what it really was, because the first 55 minutes or so, or however much without commercials, it didn't really matter. It was just like, all right, new chick, she's here, she's got the Velocity 1 stuff.
She didn't even stay.
She didn't even stay,
Yeah.
and there's like a thing where it's like she has voices in her head. I'm like, okay, we're gonna explore that. No, we're not.
I hate that. I hate when they do that.
She looked like Thea.
Supergirl did that in this episode tonight, and I hate it. Or last night.
Well, we'll get into the Supergirl after. We'll get into
I know
Supergirl
we
after.
will, but
She looked like Thea from Arrow.
she
One
looked
thing
like
No, I mean they're both hot, but I mean she didn't look like.
No, when she was inside the suit, she did. When she wasn't, she didn't look like.
the inside of a toilet.
That's
Wow, shots fired, Trey. Jeez, man.
Yeah, Biggie's
You're shooting that at the actress playing her and the costume designers, man. What's going on?
Come at me, lady. I don't give a crap. I don't
All
give a-
right,
that-
man. His at is at the Treyanator. Just heads up.
I will block you like I block everyone in the chat that doesn't do what I like. I am Thanos, but keep talking about the Flash if you guys want to.
Okay,
that was bad.
It was a bad episode, yeah, but at the same time, we need the last 10 minutes mattered because of the blue lightning stuff. They take note about the blue lightning, and then they start getting to that the whole Jay Garrick thing, and then Cisco has that thing. Is like every time I vibe with the Zoom thing, I'm near that helmet. I'm like, this is good.
There was one awesome moment, and it's with freaking crap. How am I forgetting this? What is
It must not have been a good episode.
no? Doctor. What's the
Dr. Stein?
No, the Reverse Flash. What's the guy's name? Not
Harrison Wells.
Yeah, Harrison Wells. I couldn't think of Harrison Wells. His daughter, Jessie Quick. That's her name, right?
Yeah.
When she had her watch, it went off by I cannot remember names today. Holy crap. What's Iris's brother's name?
Wally.
Wally, God.
Wally West, dude.
Yeah. It went off by Wally West. So, does that mean he's a metahuman?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even... Well, I mean, Flash was next to him, too, so that was like a, wait, was that or was that not sort of deal. I totally forgot about that.
I don't know. I tuned out of the episode like when I
Josh, that was 5 minutes in.
Was it really?
Yeah,
That's how
was
you
at the
know it was
beginning
a
of the-
bad episode.
They were at some really
Jeez.
stupid nightclub, and Cisco was pretty drunk, and he was dancing like Catwoman,
I got
Everybody was
I
gorgeous
was
in
just
that
on my
nightclub,
phone.
man.
except for...
I heard it was such a bad episode. Like I watched it like an hour after.
You
over,
heard?
it.
I thought you watched the episode.
No, I watched it like an hour after everyone did. Like when it was on, and everyone said it was bad. And
Man,
then
you got to stay off of Twitter during that time.
And then
man.
I watched it, and I thought it was awful too. So I was kind of like I just went on my phone, and kind of tweeted during the episode.
That's right,
listening.
kids. You heard it first. Josh hates something that everybody else hates for once.
Yep,
Finally.
for once. So, if we were gonna rate this, what would we rate it on a scale of Batman and Robin to Dark Knight?
Batman Forever.
I like it.
I give it a Batman Forever because I appreciate all the work that everyone put into the project, but in the end, you get Batman Forever. But there's still stuff in Batman Forever where I'm like, I liked that.
I'll give it
So
a
there
Batman
there was some of that for
1966.
this.
And I don't really know how we came up with those ratings, but that's how it went. But now we're going to talk about the latest episode of Gotham labeled Prisoners. And I don't watch Gotham, so you two can just nerdgasm
Don't
away.
spoil it, Chris. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Just don't
Oh,
spoil
you
it.
didn't? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even think we reviewed the one before that too. Did you watch the two Gothams ago, Josh?
Yeah.
You want
I
to
don't
review
know.
that? Because I don't even think we reviewed that one.
I don't remember it. I don't think we did either, but
Yeah,
I
because
don't.
we did the podcast on a Monday, and then Gotham aired on Monday, so we did it before that episode.
Yeah, if you want to.
So, all right, yeah. So Mad Grey Down. That was the title of that episode, and it was a real look at Edward Nygma doing his little whole real transformation into Riddler. Like, I mean, he was already we already transformed him into Crazy. Now we're transforming him into the Riddler, which we all know and love now. I mean, he's even bringing out the green question marks now, man, with the spray paint when he robs that museum. He's robbing the museum. We don't know what his game is at, but he has a game, and whatever museum piece he grabbed, it was some kind of symbolic figure. I don't know what the symbolic figure was, but it had something to do with Gordon being arrested and being framed because, well, I don't remember because I deleted this episode off of my DVR, so what's done is done. But it was a really nice episode to see, exploring Edward Nygma, doing puppet master strings, Gordon just following just this whole game, and he doesn't even know it. And then we got Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle moments, man, which are pretty cool, man. Selena's helping Bruce do with robbery stuff. They're robbing from the criminals, which Bruce doesn't see as a crime, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. I mean, we're not fully Batman and Bruce Wayne yet, but you know what? Baby steps. And the episode was pretty good. Josh, what do you think?
I mean, I loved it. I thought it was a great episode. I don't really remember it too much, but I remember I remember just loving it. I don't really remember much of what happened. Is this the one where Bruce, the whole thing happened with his fan? That wasn't the one where Bruce had the thing with the guy?
The thing with the guy?
No, where he tried to kill the guy that killed his parents?
No, this is a week after.
It was a week before, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think. Man, we're behind on our Gotham.
Yeah, I love that. I love that episode. I remember this. I remember loving last week's. I didn't have a problem with it, but I don't remember what happened. So, yeah.
So I guess that's our little review. I mean, we're gonna get up to date on our Gothams one day, kids. But
yeah, if I watched yesterday, I would have remembered.
yeah.
I didn't. I was too busy watching the Supergirl crossover.
Oh, now we can transfer
No, I
into
wasn't
that. Let's talk about this now.
No, I was not watching that crossover.
Okay, well, we're talking about it anyway. Who wants to go first? Trey?
What are we talking about?
The Supergirl Flash crossover.
I zoned out to you guys. Hold up. Supergirl Flash crossover. I was watching this with my mom. Basically, every scene that wasn't related to the Flash and Supergirl, I skipped through, so I don't even know really what happened in the show. The writing was crap. The finale with the Flash and Supergirl, how he got back to his world, was stupid. They could have done that in the first part. What, Josh?
What happened? Like, how did he get there? They were on different
he was
Earths,
traveling
right?
too fast, and he went to
They
it.
were on different Earths, right?
Yeah, thank God.
And he had that little metal thing.
Yeah,
on his,
what was that?
on his chest? They've used that before to
Yeah,
test
I
his
know. I
speed.
just don't. What is it?
And something ometer. It's got an ometer somewhere in there.
Speedometer.
It's a flashometer.
Speed meter. Yeah, let's call it a speed meter.
Anyways, so yeah, it was okay. I mean, the stuff with the Flash was cool, but that's it. So 3 out of 10.
You
Josh,
give it
or
a
Chris?
solid Superman 3.
Yeah. Chris?
See, when you were talking about a hate on the show, I was like, Josh hates a lot of stuff that's loved. I'm gonna see this show, give it a chance, but I'm watching the show and I'm just like, what am I watching? Like the only real interesting moments on the show was when Barry was there. I mean, and oh my God, I hope the cast members of Supergirl and everyone behind the show doesn't listen to this one day.
Oh, they definitely will.
But I'm watching the show, and characters aren't. The characters I saw weren't very interesting or developed. I mean, I know I'm just going into the show, just like the first episode I'm watching, but the characters didn't seem very interesting to me. Everyone was just kind of stale, and you're right about one thing though, Josh. They did cast the perfect freaking Supergirl, man. Melissa, whatever the hell her last name was, Bonet, yeah.
She's perfect. She's perfect.
She is,
She's
dude.
so
She really
hot.
is.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only good thing about the show. She's amazing as Supergirl.
I liked her on there. I liked her.
I like her eyes, said Nolan.
What?
Nothing.
All right. So I liked Melissa as Supergirl. She was really good. We got Flash coming in through that portal, and I thought that was pretty cool how he comes in and he's like asking about what Earth this is. Do you have a Green Arrow here? Do you have Cisco? Do you have a Black Canary? And then they don't have any of that. And it's like, okay, so I'm on my own here. So I thought that was pretty cool that they were acknowledging the whole separate Earths stuff, and then he does a little drawing board and he's showing everybody in there. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, because like every moment on the show was good because of Grant Gustin as Barry Allen. I really liked that. And
James Olsen.
Huh?
James Olsen.
No.
Oh my God.
No, he's bad.
Awful.
I mean, every actor, everybody puts their hard work into a show or a movie. You got to appreciate what they're doing. But when you go into the fictional verse of what's going on, you can say you don't like it. But still, I really like that. These people got jobs. Everything.
No,
is
I'm
still
not.
going.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure
Yeah,
we
they
all
got jobs.
appreciate I'm just making sure we all
just hate the
appreciate the
writing.
right stuff.
Oh, I hate the writing on the show. Like, I think he's such a bad character. Like,
Oh yeah, no writing. The writing.
I'm
is
not
easy.
blaming it on the actor. It's the character's fault. Like, it's the writing. Like,
Writing is easy to blame. Writing is always easy to blame. The writing's probably the only thing you can really blame in like.
oh, it's not the actor's fault. It's just that writing is so bad for him. Like, it's awful.
It's pretty bad. But I did like the one quote that the Flash used before he left, which was everything I've learned is about taking it slow, but in your situation with the guy you might want to speed it up. I'm like, all right, that was a pretty good quote. And then he leaves, and then there was about 5 minutes left in the episode, and I turned it off, and I was like, oh, I'm done. Because he's gone, so there was no other reason to watch it. The Flash is gone. Here we go. So
I hope they mention it.
what?
I hope they never mention it on Flash.
What?
I hope they never mention it on Flash that they met Supergirl.
I'm actually.
They said that they're gonna do more of these things. More crossovers.
I hate it.
All right, so now we're gonna, I guess, unless you guys want to talk anything else, we're gonna go and give our final thoughts on Batman v Superman. So, Josh.
Oh, I love Batman vs Superman. I think it's just such a great movie. I still don't have any problems with it. I saw it twice, and I love it. I'm seeing it again probably Sunday. I want to see it again earlier, but I don't have a license, and I don't have a car to go, so I have to convince people to take me. and I think Sunday is probably when I'm going to go again.
Dude, nobody's gonna take you in that freaking thunderstorm, man. You better stay.
Well, not right now. No one's going to take me. But I mean, I wish someone would. But yeah. So hopefully I see it again on Sunday. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see it again. I just love Batman vs Superman. Can you guys still hear the thunder?
No.
No.
Because there was that one really bad one is when you guys heard it. But it's supposed to get worse in like 20 minutes. So
Josh, send me some snap videos of this, man. I need to know what I'm getting into.
I'll go outside when we're done with this. I'll go outside and just sit in the front yard and post and send you stuff.
All right, awesome. Remember to bring an umbrella.
Alright. Well, I'm staying under something. So.
Bring an umbrella anyway.
All right. It's not raining right now, but it's pretty bad. Thunder and lightning. All right. What'd you guys think about Batman vs Superman?
Chris?
Dude, when we did the review, I saw it the first time, and I was like, I loved it, but I was still on where I left, and I still didn't understand a lot of the stuff. Like, you guys remember me talking about how I didn't understand the whole meaning of the Jonathan Kent speech. I didn't understand some of the symbolic stuff. Then I go and see it that second time, and I'm paying more attention to the dialogue this time because when I went to see this movie, I was thinking it was going to be more action-oriented because we've just been so used to the comic book movies that have been coming out recently, which have just been more action-oriented and, more straight to the point, where this one, it took its time and it was a little more different than what we're used to, which is like what a lot of people are having a problem with. So going in the second time, I'm paying more closer attention to the dialogue and every little detail that goes up. And I understand like the whole what Lex Luthor was saying with the red capes are coming, and he's making a freaking a reference to Paul Revere with the red coats, and I didn't even realize that the first time. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
I got that from the trailer.
I didn't understand that from
is
the
that
trailer.
what that is?
Yeah, because you can hear him mentioning that after the red capes are coming. What does he say after the red capes are coming, Josh? I didn't understand it until I saw it the second time of the movie, man.
Oh, I got it in the trailer. Like my
Well,
friend
I
did.
just got it now.
My friend told me when the trailer came out. He's like, "Oh, that's Paul Revere." I'm like, okay.
Well, your friend knew it way before I did because I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's a symbolic. And then there was that, and then the Jonathan Kent speech. I was talking about how he stopped the flood from his town or his house or whatever it was, and then he stopped it. And, he was celebrated as a hero at his house. But then next thing you know, they say the horses got flooded. So the real symbolic meaning of that was like, it doesn't matter how much you help, even when one problem is stopped, another problem will happen because of the problem you stopped. But at the same time, it's okay. You come back up. And something that helped was he mentions that he stopped the pain with when he met his mother. I'm like, oh, he's got to go back to Lois, sort of. Some stuff like that. I understood it way more couple of days ago, but because I just saw the movie. But I was like, when I saw that movie again, I was like, oh my god, I understand everything. And I was with when I saw it the first time by myself, I was just by myself. The second time I saw it, I was with a couple people, same people I saw Deadpool twice with, and they were seeing this movie for the first time, and they both had a terrible experience watching this. Like one person I was with was tired, fell asleep. And the other person I was with didn't even watch Man of Steel, so I spent like 20 minutes explaining to him everything in Man of Steel, and then he said he didn't really like that movie that much because pacing was off. I'm like, man, you got to see this again. That freaking movie's made. Like I was really the only one that enjoyed it from the little group we had. But you know what, man, they drove me there, they drove me home. So you know what, that's their fault. Their loss. I enjoyed the movie way more second time. I think a lot of people will too because I'm seeing some other people are enjoying it way more the second time too, because Who
was the first person that you heard say it's better this second time, Chris?
Brian.
No, me.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah.
Oh,
bastard.
Well, Trey, you know what, man? I'm sorry. There's just some things you remember, some things you don't.
I didn't say it was better the second time. I said it was exactly the same the second time, because I thought it was amazing.
I mean, I thought it was amazing, and I loved it too the first time. But the second time I'm going in, I'm actually paying attention to dialogue-wise, and I'm like, oh, this makes a lot more sense now. You know what I mean? Like I didn't understand Granny's peach tea until the second time. I'm like,
I didn't get it till the third time.
I didn't get it till the second time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there was something about Granny's peach tea. I'm like, wait, did she? I remember she said something about tea was did less poison. The next thing you know, you see a big explosion. I'm like, okay, I need to fucking look for this the second time. And then the second time, there's the meeting where Lex and the Senator in that little room with the painting where devils
when
come from
I saw
the
it the
sky.
second, I got little things like that when I noticed. When I saw it the second time, I noticed more.
Yeah, like you just notice way more second time. I'm like making sure I'm at the edge of my seat. I'm like, all right, looking for everything. What do we got? And I was even paying more attention to that nightmare stuff too. But
It just started, Josh, it just started raining here.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Thor found you, Trey.
Oh, next it's coming for you, Chris.
Man, it does not rain
What
in
if
Southern
that
California.
happened, though?
It doesn't matter, dude. We got a
It's
separate
gonna
guy.
rain today.
We got a separate guy stopping us from rain in Southern California, man. And I think his name is Jesus. But we got a separate guy here. But the point is, jeez, sorry, whoever brought up that rain thing, you suck. Back to the
Thanks.
But back to the Batman vs Superman, it's still freaking great. It is on my top 5 comic book movie list now, with it going Watchmen, Sin City, The Dark Knight, The Crow, and then Batman vs Superman. So it's on top 5 now. But I think Suicide Squad is gonna kick it to number 6 because I cannot wait for Suicide Squad, man. I can't wait to see what David Ayer brings. Can't wait to see what Will, Margot, Jared, Viola, whoever the hell else's name isn't on the main banner. I can't wait to see what everyone else is bringing in.
Damn, it's in my top 5 superhero movies also. I don't know exactly where it ranks, but it's in my top 5 superhero movies. I gotta watch Watchmen again.
Dude, Watchmen's freaking great, man. Underrated. You gotta appreciate it.
Watchmen's my number 3 right now. I love Watchmen.
Watchmen's freaking great.
The masterpiece. Trey, you gotta watch Watchmen and Lego Movie.
Okay.
Try to watch Lego Movie first, because when you actually, you know what? No, Watchmen first, because you want to watch the darker before you get the light.
I'm watching Lego Movie first.
Yeah. So
Chris,
that's.
You gotta finish Daredevil.
All right, that's a big request to me. I know you're putting all that hope on me. Hashtag pray for Chris.
I just want to finish Daddy's Home.
Oh, jeez, dude. I'm not going near that movie until
I'm halfway through it. It's hysterical. You can watch it.
I'll watch it if it goes on HBO, but if anything else, no. All right, so I guess that's it. Trey, you want to close it out?
My final thoughts on BVS. Not that good of a movie, but you can really enjoy it. I really enjoy it, but I recognize it's probably not that good of a film. Yeah, I mean, I like it a lot. I don't love it. So it's a disappointing movie because we've waited so long for it. And
Trey, you're banned.
Not all right. Well, it's okay, but it's not what a lot of people wanted for it. But I still think it's a lot better the second time, just because you go in with reasonable expectations the second time because you know what's going to happen. So I say if you didn't like it the first time, definitely go see it the second time because it's a lot better the second time. But yeah, good movie. I enjoyed it, but it's pretty flawed film. A lot going on, but yeah, I liked it. So that's my opinion on it. So I guess that'll wrap it up here. Stay tuned this week for a new episode of Force Talk, the first Force Talk in a few weeks. And I think that'll do it. So, Chris, where can people find you on Twitter and crap?
Funny guy Chris, FUNNYGUICRIS, no H, and all lower caps.
Dope. Josh?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Joshua7520 and YouTube Grandma Josh.
I'm surprised Josh didn't plug his Snapchat this time, but you can find me on Twitter at the Trainator and subscribe to my channel that you're listening to this on. And that'll do it. We'll be back next week. Adios.